Sir, good morning po. Welcome home. Sir, first question is, hindi lang muna about India, but it's about BBL and ChaCha. Which comes first, BBL or ChaCha?
Again?
Which comes first, BBL or ChaCha? Or charter change?
Well, it's the BBL as law.
Yeah, which would come first?
I think it would be in keeping with dalawa yan, ha?
Yes.
This is my take. Either we figure out new regions, if I can do it administratively, without violating any provision in the Constitution. So that if it's only a matter of laws, then we can ask Congress also for the corresponding change. But if it runs counter now to the sentiments of Congress and leave the delineation or physical arrangement of what MIMN and the rest would want to have, then Congress can also make it at the same time as they would figure out how to not really, there are provisions at this early which says Congress has been saying that it is unconstitutional. So let's start to sort it out. Let us show tomorrow that we are trying our best, that those constitutional provisions that will be violated can be corrected if there is a federal setup coming. Kung wala, or if they do not believe us, remember there's a caveat there by somebody in central Mindanao. It says that. I think it's Murad. I'm trying to, pardon me, ina-atake ako ng migraine ko, and
I'm sorry, sir.
I have a cold coming up. Tignan na lang natin, sabi ni Murad, we are tired of waiting for so long. Alam mong promise nito, this is not mine actually. I'm having the beating, but it so happens that this is really mine. Sa panahon ko to. Pero yung commitment to come up with a federal system was promised to Ms. Wari. I do not want to make a big issue about it. That was the time when Cory Aquino went to Pulo to talk to Ms. Wari and made some concessions about a federal setup. Yun ngayon ang sinisingil na sa panahon. At the timing that they are threatening to go to war. Ako naman, I am pleading to the Moro people to give government a chance to work out something. That's the last thing that I would want to happen to my country. Go again and wage war against your own people. It's not my style to do that because you are not criminals. This is something which is a matter of principle to everybody. I know that of the historical corrections needed, but at the same time, I can only promise you, but I have to stand for the Republic, whether I like it or not. So let's avoid violence. If the thing that we are working at now does not fit your paradigm of what you want, we can always talk and change everything. Maybe after this, kung ano na lang, I'm not saying I'm postponing. It can be discussed together with the proposal. To make public my stand, I never talk to anybody. I have not talked to the speaker, and you can ask them, nor to any congressman about federal setup. Sinasabi ko lang yan, it is an echo and re-echo of what was promised them. Tapos binigyan sila ng arm Tapos ito ngayon. They want it done. I don't know if it's an event that is imposed on. There's always a time to do it, and I think that they are decided to do something if they are not given the things that they want. Ako, ayaw ko. Let me make myself very clear. I do not want violence. I do not want war. I only want to talk. Kung siguro man, if the words that you hear is more or less far different from my direction to where I'm proceeding to, is really to put a stop sa itong about time that we deal with the NPAs and the drug traffickers and human trafficking.
Yeah. Sir, second question po. Before you left, early, or was it December 25 or so, you said something about firing about 3 police generals and 60 erring policemen. May we know what exactly happens now to the investigation, and when are you going
Tapos na yung investigation. It's just a matter of looking into the charges again. You know, when you fire people, especially yung matataas na, you have to be very careful. There's the recommendation to terminate them. That's why I announce it. But whether I will go ahead with it, I have to personally, being a lawyer, to review. I need time. That is what is utterly lacking in my life now. It is always short of time and short of sleep.
Yes, sir. Maya na lang.
Magkano, sino?
One
Ano
more.
pa?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Lao na.
Sir, in your talk with
Alas 4
the
tayo.
Indian business community, you talked about wheelers and dealers who corner projects in the golf course. May we know details of? Could you give us more details? How many groups are they, or who are they?
Let me communicate directly, and they will agree with me. I'm sure. Lalo na yung matitino na tao dito sa gobyerno. Yung lowest bid,
Yeah.
that is always, if it is there in the project itself and it is to be bidded out, wala corruption sigurado. Sigurado yan. There are a group of idiots going around just playing golf. And naghintay lang yan ng, if there's a call for a bidding to submit. Tapos yan sila, mag-dive ng husto yan. Sindikato yan eh. The true blue contractors are in good faith. Yung the rest niyan, yung 4 or 5 contractors or pretending to be contractors. Tapos ida-dive nila yan. So meaning to say, if it's a 100 million project, they would even bid it for about, mag-lowest bid yan sila. I'll give, mine is 90, 80. Tapos yung project, may ibigay sa kanila, babayaran pa niya yung cohorts niya doon, yung nag-bid rin na, ito, sige, mag-bid tayo sunod-sunod. Pwede sila ang manalo. Tapos magbibay pa. Alam ko, hindi lahat. Bigay pa sa engineer, DPWH, tapos you have to go over yung sa council. If there's a conversion of land, it's the city council. Yung mga ganon. Tignan mo yung mga, Robert. Kaya, I talked about it when I left.
Yeah.
I am giving DPWH to tell the contractors to complete it within 30 days. Pag hindi, I will give it to another contractor, cancel the contract, and sue you. I will only allow a delay of 1 month. Yung tawag nila na yawa na ito, nakalimutan ko. yung short nila, there's a term for that.
Sleeping.
Slippage. Parang na-slide. Marami yan, baski sa Maynila. I will remind everybody through the DILG and to the mayors na there should be no open holes or canals everywhere. And I'm giving everybody in government only 30 days. Either they cancel the contract and allow somebody else for somebody else's endeavor to kung mayroon siyang pera pati. And I will just tell COA to, wag na tayo magbidding. Pag magbidding, ganun rin. Mas lalo nang matagal. So, if COA wants it, they can always look for somebody who can do it. Wala nang yung negotiated contract. Because if it's a bidding, wala sa sarili. So, henceforth, all projects of the Philippines would be something like a Swiss challenge. If I want a building, if I want a highway, if I want railroads built, pakita ko sa inyo, there would be an open space for everybody. Ito, gawin mo, pagkatapos niyan, if you do it correctly at walang corruption, I will pay you, I will tell, in 15 days, bayad ka. Bayaran kita. Gusto mo ito? You build it for me. In accordance of what is required by government. Sundin mo lang yan. If you complete your project, pag sirain mo yung project mo and you come up with an inferior quality, well, anyway, it should be always at the government's supervisory function.
So it would mean,
Short of a visitorial and all, yung lahat na konta.
so it would mean eradicate, a way of eradicating the
Wala na,
golf
I'm
course
telling
syndicate.
everybody, I'm telling Congress, COA, and the Supreme Court, including yung lowest bid na yan, yung policy ng lowest bid, yan ang naghila sa atin sa corruption. Walang pahinga ang bayan yan. So dito, gusto mo? O sige, gawin mo, tapos bayaran kita. Ang takot kasi ng mga contractor is, it's a long and winding road getting payment. Kasi pagbayad, maghingi pa ka para ma-release ang pera. O dito, hindi na kailangan. You just tell me, kung sabihin mo naghingi ang whatever, ako ang magkuha ng papel. I will tell the department secretary or the bureau director, give the papers to me, I will release it. And if it is really a delay, tell me how the delay was, so I can correct everything. Or if you're delaying it, then I'll fire you.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Saka
sir.
kulang tayo ng trabahante sa Basilan. Gusto ko maggawa ng highway doon. Right across the mountains of Basilan. And if you want, Hulo. Sulo.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Marami naman trabaho sa gobyerno. Wala lang tumatanggap. Ako ang magpatanggap sa inyo.
Yes, sir.
Hindi kayo makinig, di pasensya.
Colonel Tokmo of ABS-CBN Davao.
Sir, you met with Indian businessmen and vowed them protection in doing business here in the Philippines. Did they express uncertainties and considering that Philippines is a security threat and Mindanao is under martial law? So what was the assurance that they are
They
protected?
didn't even mention it. They said they want to come here. But I was the first to say that maybe just avoid that western portion of Mindanao.
Okay.
Especially down to the archipelagic Zamboanga. If you have the map, the Philippines, your left is the western side. Just avoid it. Visayas, Luzon, and some parts of Mindanao, Davao, maybe Butuan, there's just less, unless there will be something coming up in the days to come. But mind you, it's not because I am extending my term. I'm telling the generals and the police do not allow, including me, to extend our term, the normal exit under this Constitution. Ikuditan ninyo kami, huwag lang ninyo ako itapon sa Pasig kasi na marunong maglangoy. Buti pa ihulog po ako dyan sa Mount Tapo, maybe I'll survive. Or, I'll buy if you want.
Okay.
Basta ito, sabi ko sa kanila, as I'm telling you now, there will be no corruption. Pinagkakunting hingi ka. You know, some of them really, they were campaigners during the last election. But ang sinabi ko sa kanila, babayad ako ng utang, bigyan ko kayo ng trabaho. Pagka pumasok kayo dyan sa corruption, sorry.
Okay. On the
Same guarantee. BIR, customs, lahat. At the helm of those agencies are really the few good men dito sa ating customs commissioner. I have no doubt about it. He was with me in the many years when I was mayor. Dulay, kilala ko yan. Isa ni Ilocano from Baguio. And we were together in the dormitory for so many years.
Okay. In another issue, sir, there were reports that you were a target of ISIS and terror group. When you were in India, how did you deal with this and what were the security arrangements?
Alam mo, I've been telling you right at the start, when my time comes, it will come. I will stick to what destiny has given me. If I go tomorrow, then I go. Wala ka. Sabi mo, ayaw mo gusto mo matay. Kung patayin ka rin, talagang mamatay ka. Especially ako, lumalapit talaga ako sa tao. Kaya that's the nightmare of the PSJ. Sabi ko, huwag niyo, pigilan. Assassination. Kung panahon ko na, panahon ko na. So I should not be deterred. I should not be discouraged by just mere threats. I live with it. I've been a prosecutor for 9 years doing trial work. I lived with it was a dangerous life then as it is now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Ang sabi ko, I'll repeat it, to the NPAs and to the terrorists, not the mainstream rebels. Itong MI, MN. Because they decided to. Pero kung enemies of the state, my orders is really to destroy. To destroy the apparatus. Itong NPA, tutudasin ko talaga sila, tatapusin ko. The talks are over. No more talks. And I will go after the legal fronts. Yung mga illegal nila na collecting sa taxes sa mga association, ito mga kasamahan sa magbubukid para magkot-kot ng mina dyan sa ang inang yan. Kayo lang. Lahat yung legal. Kayong mga legal. Hindi kami torpe. I was once also handling an organ of the Nationalist Alliance for Justice, Freedom, and Democracy. Yun yung karapatan ngayon. So huwag kayong magbulahan. So I'm waiting for the decision of the Supreme Court. Pag lumabas yan as terrorists, which you really are, imposing taxes here and there, mabuti pa kayo. Mas malami ang kita. Kayong mga local mga NPS, kayong nakikinig, kayong mga lumad, niluloko lang kayo lahat yan. Alam mo kung sabi ko nga, kung bright yung siso na yan, siya ang presidente ngayon, galing sa India, hindi ako. Tangina. Niwala ka dyan, years. Kayong mga lumad, kung saman mo, pagkamatay mo, huwag kayo magkailan sa tao. Anong prinsipyo ninyo? Yung the way how he interprets Marxism and communist is a party. It is not equal. Socialism is the rationale or rational behind it. Kayong nagpakamatay dyan, separated from your families, palagi kayong mga anak dyan, wala kayong ginawa kung hindi mag-anak, tapos iwanan lang ninyo ang mga anak ninyo for years. Tapos maglaki na lang, walang nanay pati tatay. Ano nakuha ninyo? Pera? Gabay, hiningi yan. Noon, yung mga mayaman niya, mga banana, mga mining. Alam mo, so, my next step really is I will look into your transactions sa money laundering. Pinapasangil nila na marami daw kung pera. Buksan ninyo. But kayong mga, I will place, I suspect everybody. Lahat. Wala akong mine or banana. Walang prangkahan tayo. Magbibigay kayo. Pero pag nahuli ko kayo, I will give you hell of a time. Maybe, lalo na ng mine, I'll just cancel your, kayo nagbibigay ng malaki, I'll just cancel your permit. I'll just tell Secretary Simato to cancel it. You are funding an organization which is bent on destroying my country, our country. About time na magprangkahan tayo dito. Buwisit ako diyang salita dito. Gawain mo na lang para sa mabuti. Basta ako nagwa-warning sa ako sa inyo. Pag nalaman ko na I will know. Sabihin mo na wala kang gwardiya doon, karami diyang Pilipino walang trabaho. Diyan, sa city jail, mamili ka dyan. Paiskapuhin ko yan, gawain mong kapgo. Yung marunong. Because the order is to destroy. Kung magwisi-wisi tayo ng peace talks tapos dyan, human rights, walang mangyari sa bayan na to. At the end of the day, ako pa ang sisihin kung bakit nagkaganon. Kaya wag ninyo akong, the order is to crush. Synonym of that is destroy. And a collateral of that sentence is you destroy, and if you have to kill, do it, because the human rights, kung babagsak itong bayan na to, walang maitulong sa atin yan. Remember, if you place a premium for a single individual because of his human rights were violated, and I said you begin to do it one by one, this country would have allowed the derogation of the dignity of the people. I am not prepared to do that. And also, I would like to address myself to all nations taking in Filipino as workers. All I ask is that you treat them decently. Do not destroy their dignity as a human being. Let them sleep long enough for them to. Okay, ang binibigay, the complaint is that they're fed with the leftovers and they are only allowed. Kaya nagsusuicide. Hindi na matiis, including rape. Because there are tribes, I will not make a sweeping statement. There are countries that if you are a slave bought from the slave markets, or you are paid to work for them, rape includes the term of agreements. It's a cultural insanity. Huwag ninyong gawain yan sa, we are ready to suffer. If they come home, China is opening its doors. They are not really as bad as the others, for they are, Asians. And we Asians, we do not do that. It's a barbaric form of. Kaya I feel the loss of employment opportunities for the people. But at the same time, I grieve for the Filipinos for what they are have to go through and suffering. If it means a reduced income, it will be down to a less GDP, then so be it. I will ask China to open its doors to us. They need teachers and domestic helpers. And I said to them that if you can consider the Philippines, we would be glad to allow our workers to work here. All I ask is that treat them, as I said, with dignity. Huwag ninyong abusuhin. Hindi naman yan, they are not, Filipino women are not merchandise that you buy and just do what you want. It sucks. And as a worker of government, as one who also decides whether we go there or not, I will not hesitate to lose your friendship. Not at the expense of the Filipino. Do not do it. Total, you're all moneyed, well-to-do. Look for some entertainment. Europe is just an hour away. Do not do it to the Filipino. All other presidents have remained silent or never really bothered to take the charges because, one, they are afraid to lose your friendship, and of course, the money that would bring in. We accept that as a truism in today's the life of the Filipino. But it is never acceptable to me and to everybody else, I think, that you allow our less sleep. That's they're driven into insanity. Jump out of the windows or how? What does that indicate? It has become unbearable for a human being. What do you think if I'll do that also to your citizens? Your only advantage is you have the money, actually. But whatever God, your God is, it's never right to do that to a fellow human being. Next question.
Jem.
Sir, yung Mount Mayon po, nasa alert level 4 na daw po. Ano ho ba yung mandato nyo dun sa mga concerned agencies?
Gitikas ulo yung Mayon yan. Sinabi ko na huwag ka munang pumutok, kaya mag-alis ako. Punto yung mga, paputokin mo. Basta, as long as everybody has complied with the safety zones, nobody is near enough to be hurt, patakot-takot yan siya puputukin. Gusto ko, kung tao lang, sipain, pumutok ka na para tapos. No more view. Well, this is the correct answer. I'm just joking para mawala na yung sakit ng I'm suffering sa migraine. Yung kakalimutan ko nga yung ano, sino nga pangalan mo?
Jem.
Magpunta ako in about I'll decide tomorrow. I probably take a rest for a day or two. I will go to sa Mayon. Ang problema kung saan tayo maglanding. Sa tabing dagat siguro. Di ba parang kasali sa ano? Wala ba? Pero masyadong malayo na rin yun. But of course the ashes. But it's the wind current that you have to worry about because it will bring the ashes to you where you are. But if it's safe to go there, and even if it's not, you give me the space to land. If I'm cleared, I'll go there in about 1 or 2 days. So what's your problem about the help? We have yung sabi nilang pera, I don't know, but to my recollection, It was the day before nagsabi, I'd like to assure Governor Bichara, nahulog na yung nadibon na yung pera, nilagay na sa bank. So, the delay, the hits must be somewhere else. Pero hindi kami, kasi sabi ko, ilarga mo na kaagad.
Sir, comment nyo na po, naman po dun sa ano, ninenegosyo.
At pag nakita mo si Miss Mayon, sabi mo galit si Apo.
Sir,
Kung
comment,
dagdag ng problema lang yung yawa na yung... sige.
Sir, comment nyo naman po dun sa ninenegosyo daw po nung mga ilang members ng Kadamay, yung mga bahay na inokupan nila dun sa Pandi, Bulacan. Tapos nakunan daw po ng video na binebenta nila ng 20 to 30,000 pesos.
That's good. You know, when they invaded the houses or the condos that was built for the soldiers, no, nagpunta sila doon, they reinforced themselves in and occupy this. Sabi ko sa armed forces pati sa police, so just believe in me. Ibigay mo na lang yan. Kasi kung utusan mo yan sila doon magpunta yung mga police, baka barilin pa yung mga yan. Kasi alam mo na, the left is always the left does not know what the right hand is doing. Sabi ko, bigay mo na lang. Total pobre man yung mga yan. Gawaan ko na lang kayo. And anyway, for the armed forces and the police, the universal complaint was that masyadong maliit. So from 24 something, I raised it to 65. 65 na yung ano nila. And I'll build you with an improved space there inside. So, I'm doing it right now diyan sa bangkal. Pero, wag ninyong agawin yan. Kung gusto ninyong masubukan kung ano ang mangyari sa magnanakaw, ipakita ko sa inyo. Do not do it again. I was just reining my horse at that time because I do not want a bloody incident just because of a house, because everyone needs one. Pero in the priority of things, I have my own schedule in my mind. I will make as many as the government can afford. Pero yung ganon, anarchy na kasi. So if you repeat it, and if you want to commit, so bahala kayo. Bahala kayo. Sinabi ko, stop. Bigyan ko kayo, walang problema, priority kayo. But allow me a certain elbow room to move. Because hindi lang ho kayo ang Pilipino. Hirap pa rin lahat. So yung hindi na sa inyo, do not repeat it anywhere. Because then I will have to order the police just to stop it. And you want to stop it in the right way or the wrong way, that is no longer my problem. Basta ako tigabigay lang ng direction. I do not order. I do not like the word ordering the military, ordering the police. I will just give them the direction. Do not allow it take over. And when things go to a fore, do what a policeman should do, or a peace officer or a military. Gusto ninyo ng mag-society, sige. Walang problema sa akin.
Thank you, sir.
Ayan Melior
I will not hesitate to
of the
Do
Philippine
it.
News Agency.
believe me.
Welcome home, sir.
Tumaba ka, iya.
Buyag, sir. Before leaving for India, you appointed members of the consultative committee to review the Constitution.
Yes.
What's your direction, sir?
I'm waiting for it. And maybe look into how grammar and bibiro lang ako, and the dangling clauses and all The Constitution is one paragraph. It's several ideas go into play.
Are you giving them timeline to submit?
Just enough time to also for Congress to act on it. I want it done this year. We cannot just like we do not want to hang. Hindi ito cellphone na naghahang ng itong gobyerno. I do not want it. It's either we do it, there's a cost, so be it. It might result in violence. We avoid it hanggang then we. The problem is really the procrastination. So I would wait for the right time, procrastination, and I waste my time. And the 4 years is there already. Tapos wala akong nagawa sa bayan ko. You may not like it. You may not like my mouth, my jokes, but that is not really your problem. My behavior is, I said, there was no shift in the paradigm of, because para akong mayor lang, o hanggang dito lang talaga ang talent ko, bakit pipilitin ko? If you do not want to see me, just transfer to another channel. Isang pindot lang naman yan.
Thank you, sir.
There's a job to do and I will do it.
Maya Padillo of Reuters.
Ikaw ang, ha? Anong company mo?
Sir. Business World and stringer ng Reuters and Daily Mirror.
Sigurado ka na, tingnan ko yung lisensya mo sa SEC.
Hi. May buntag, sir. Sir, final na po ba yung talaga yung rejection of EU aid?
Ano yan?
Final na ba yung rejection ng EU aid? EU.
Rejection about
Yung
money?
assistance, yung aid, yung assistance mo.
I said, I'm willing to lose. Di kasi nila alam eh. I said same. The socialists are contributing money for the DSTAB and all of these things, which I cannot discuss publicly. Pero kung ako naman ang presidente, wala akong magawa dahil sa kanila, ay let's say, walang pakialam sa inyo. It's my country first before I want to hear you. You know, as I said, you place a premium, and all that they can do, and have been doing all these years, was to say, 700 deaths. No name, wala lahat. And they come here and say, it's a social problem. It has something to do with health. So it becomes the health issue. Sabihin mo sa akin, kailan nag-umpisa yan? Sinong patay? Hindi figure out. Always in unison. 7,000 or 10,000. If you're really sincere in your vote, huwag kayo pumunta dito ng 2 araw, 2-3 days, and listen to the idiots also, like you. Tapos, ba't hindi mo balikta rin? So, it's a social problem. So, what caused it? If you can help, so, this is how it started. So, we will help the Philippines. Where was it? How was this thing? Extrajudicial killing. Mga kabaril ang ano extrajudicial sa inyo, ang sa gobyerno ang hindi. Ilang yung mga bata diyan ni rape na anong tawag mo sa kanila? There's no such thing, invento yan nila. It is maybe a violation of our penal laws or a crime. Extrajudicial. Kailan pa tayo nagkaroon ng extra judges dito? Kaya nga hindi mahirhir yung kaso kasi walang yung fun of saying extra judicial. Well, you want everything to pass by a judicial process? If my soldiers there would like to raid an NPA camp, they have to go there because to do it without a warrant is extra. You started as it do not place a premium on the individual human rights. In the end, to our sorrow, it will be the dignity, and it is maybe the shame of every Filipino. Biro mo matumba lang ang gobyerno kasi kagaya ng Colombia. Patay dito, patay doon, may police, patay, Mexico, general, admiral, patay. Kasi hinayaan nila. Mexico, judges, hearing judges, patay. Admiral na patay because the Marines took over in the enforcement of the law. Hindi na kaya ng police. Ako, hindi naman taga South America. I will not allow that kind of shit. Never. I will not allow government to be beholden to no one except to the people. Why should I listen to you? Human rights. Ang problema nito, because these countries, EU, pati yung lahat, you never have really ceased to be imperialist. You have always been imperialism ever since. You impose your own values. You want countries to follow a certain norm of conduct. The ethos, kanila, because this is the right way. In the past, you do it physically, occupy territories of other peoples, of other countries, subjugate them, and enforce your own set of rules and values. Ngayon, wala na kayo dito, tunto kayo, gusto ninyo na we follow a standard. I've told you, I will not accept the money with conditions. Sabihin niya, no, we will give you so many dollars to promote democracy and stop the wala namang, hindi nga nila alam kung saan inilibing nyo. Sabi nung dito, Davao, kay Killing Field, pumunta dito yung gaga, dala ng pala, ang nakuha niya, skeletal remains of one person, dalawa yung ulo, isang katawan. O di walang human right, hindi ba human, monster siguro. Dalawang ulo, di ba nandoon man kayo? Ikaw, regulado, di ba nandoon ka? O dalawang ulo, o isang katawan, di ano tawag mo nun? Monster right. So, look at the publicity they created outside of the Philippines. Killing fields daw ang Davao. Kung criminal ka, sinabi ko na sa inyo do not destroy my country because I will really kill you. Do not destroy the young of this country. Mahihirap lang tayo. At the age of retirement, itong mga pulis pati sa armed forces, maaga yan 56. Ilan lang makuha nila? Do you think they'll get millions? Yung mga nandyan sa baba. Tapos yung mga anak nila, pinapaaral nila yan kasi pag matanda na sila, umaasa sila sa anak nila. Di bali yung may-ari ng mga malls, may mga subdivision, because they will continue to flourish even after you are gone. Yung iba, kailangan talaga ng anak nila magbili ng medisina. Kaya pumunta ako sa India, yun ang gusto ko, yung mura. Medisina, magbayad sa ospital, sa ward pa. Tapos yung oxygen, mahal. Ako ngayon, magsabi ko, ikaw, nag-oxygen ako because this is the advice of the doctor. Why? Because of circulation. Ano what cause it? Smoking. Pag matulog ako, hindi masya maka-inhale. My sensors are destroyed because of nicotine. That's why there's no smoking now. Nauna ang Davao ahead by about, kailan ba tayo regulado nag-no smoking? Pagbalik ko sa mayor, galing congressman, sabi ko, this has to stop. If you want to kill yourself, go out and smoke yourself to death. Kaya ako pinigil kasi ako personally, na-experience ko. And it is unfair, lalo na mga sa minsan buntis, makita mo siguro. You can just imagine how the fetus inside the...
Okay. Next question. Sir, the Indian government has extended an assistance
Libro
of...
na yan, puyaw na yan iyo. Ilang page na yan yawa.
has extended an assistance of $500,000 cash pay to sir or in kind for Marawi.
For Marawi.
Matagal na nauna yun. Nagpasalamat ako. Actually, right at the beginning of a talk or a speech during the plenary, I never failed to mention the gratitude of the Filipino people for those countries na tumulong sa atin. Pero yung mga aid ng Europe, you put conditions there. You are put on advice. Bigay na lang ninyo yan sa private sector. Huwag ninyong ibigay yan sa left-leaning kasi gastusin lang yan para bala pati baril. Mas lalo tuloy, yung tulong mo na imbis makapagana ng buhay ng Pilipino, you are making it worse day to day because that money will be used for terroristic activity. There is absolutely no ideology now that the communists are following. It's a discredited, nakakasuka na yung style ng komunista. Kita mo ngayon, you're asking money from the poor. But at no other time na maraming nag-surrender armas. Kasi yung armas, talagang tabu yan, anathema. Na wag mong mag-surrender ka. Pagka nag-surrender ka ng armas, papatayin ka nila yung esparo nila. Well, noon yun. Pagka ginawa mo yan, pag nahuli kita, papatayin kita. Bigay ko sa iyo yung ginawa mo sa kapwa mo tao. Grado yan. Kayo dyan yung nasa bukid, magbinisaya ko, ayaw buhatan ninyo na. Kaya buhatan dyan, timan-an ta mo. O yung panahon na gani, nakamo nagikapoy mo, surrender na mo, o nasamdonon mo, tiwasan ta mo. Ayaw ko ninyong binuang. Kayong mga kriminal, pati polis, pagpatayin ninyo, sige lang. Pag natsambahan ko kayo, then let it not be said that I did not warn you and do not accuse me of extrajudicial killing. There is war going on in the drug front and in the revolutionary insurgency. Sabi ko, ayaw ko. Pero pag my orders are to crush, destroy, it includes everything. How do you destroy an organization? An organization without the warm bodies there, pulang tao, is an abstract thing. Put the criminals there and it becomes dangerous for... magkasala kayo, huwag talaga yan droga. Sabihin mo tuloy, nagbarilan kayo kay puro lasing. Sige, hayaan mo. Pero yung droga pumasok ka. Sinasabi ko na yun sa inyo, how many years na mayor ako? Huwag kasi yung human rights na yan, hindi makatulong yan pag bumagsak itong bayan na to. Not during my time. Huwag sa panahon ko. After 4 years, bahala na kayo kung magsirko-sirko kayo dyan. Huwag lang ninyo akong disturbuhin kasi kung ano ang alam mo, alam ko. Kung ano ang kaya mo, kaya ko rin. Ganon lang yan. If you want to be a bad boy, I can also be one. But if you are law-abiding citizen, religious, Religion, wala na ako. Isa pa yan. Pretending to be critical organization.
Last question.
Salamat, sir.
Last
Buti ka
question.
pa, marunong pasalamat. Yung iba, magtalikod ka agad.
Ruth Dumandan of Radyo Pilipinas.
Hello, Mayor. Maayong buntag. Mayor, another soldier was fired by the NPA and another 2 soldier wounded.
Was fired upon.
Yes, sir.
Killed.
Yes.
Well, that's what.
At Paquibato District yesterday.
Hindi gagawin rin namin. Madali lang man yan.
When you say destroy the NPA, President, are you going to declare, does it mean that you're going to declare an all-out war with the NPA?
I'm waiting
terrorists?
for that law. Na it's being heard now in the Supreme Court. I maintain that they are into terrorism because they are into exploitation of everything. Getting the money of the people, hinihipo yung mga asawa. Pag pupunta doon sila sa mga barangay-barangay, yung asawa, hinihipo yung hita. Hindi mo kabastos. Tapos kunin mo ng pera. Why? Because they feel that they are superior. What makes it superior in their goddamn minds? Baril. Yung walang baril yan, mga talawan yan. Then here comes the ideologues at isa pa rin. Yung mga leaders ninyo, malalaki ang contribution ng sa labas. Ay, Ginoo ko kamong mga Bisaya. Ginagamit lang kayo. Pagpakamatay kayo. Sama kayo magkuha ng bala. Mahuli ng isa, makita ng patay, ang bala, 6-7 lang. Paano ka maglaban ng... ang kampo ko dito, may army ako. Gusto mo sa dagat tayo magtapusan, may navy ako. O kung gusto mo talaga, hulugan kita ng bomba niyan. Tapos ako pa ang takutin mo. Loko na. Ba't matakot sa inyo? Ako yung may armas, lahat. E di magbakbakan tayo. When you fight government, you fight government. Do not make an idiotic statement na pag namatay kayo, namatay yung mga semi-legal ninyo, pati yung mga babae, they are there in the mountains convincing people to turn communist. Then pag namatay kayo, human rights kagad. Ito yung human rights naman, they take cognizance of... Isa pa kayo. Gusto niyo sumali na kayo sa kabila. Total, lahat kaso ninyo, laban sa gobyerno, naniniwala kayo sa kabila, di doon na kayo. Prangka-prangka na lang tayo, walang drama. Hindi ako nagda-drama. Kaya kung gusto ko drama, di nag-actor na ako. Wala naman magtanggap sa akin na kaya wala daw, payat, malaki antiyan. Walang alag di tamkaon.
Mayor, yesterday we commemorate the Mama Sapano raid. May we know the update of the case? And last year you said that you will create a commission.
Hindi na kasi I realize that once again, total nakademanda na eh. They're facing charges. What more do you want? We can only presume that they did it in the wrong way. Ano dyan? Nakademanda na si Pinoy. Ay, President Aquino, hawag mo akong sabi ko, it is not my style. It is not in my system. Ikaw, si Sirino, si Umbo, hindi galing sa akin. Magtanong ka baski sino, magtanong muna kayo. Hindi ko style yan. Pag magkita siguro tayo, medyo, if you come to face, baka you can, anything can go wrong there, Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Mama Sapano, isa lang kasi ang mahay. Ano ang Tagalog ng mahay?
Tampo.
Yung sentimento ko. Because itong lugar na ito, maraming tog, yung Air Force. Now, they were pinned down started in the 11, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. They were already pinned down. Dumating na lang ang sunset. The army was not authorized to do anything because it was an exclusive affair. Ayan, malaman natin. I'm not prepared to accuse personally. Ang tanong ko lang, bakit ninyo hinayaan na maipit ang mga sundalo tapos mamatay? Yan ang masakit. Kagaya ng mga Pilipino na inaabuso. When you go to war, you go to war. Do not make human rights as a shield to commit a crime. I am not fighting individual here. I'm up against cartel ang sa Cebu. Na in the report now, solo, may naambunggo sila. They are now back into the system of producing shabu and selling it. Is the fastest way to do it. Every barangay, 40% of the barangays are contaminated. Some of the barangay captains, if they are into it, in 3 months after they are billionaires. Yung mga mayors, pati yung mga pulis ninyo, pinagpapatay ninyo kasi ayaw ng, kita mo ano nangyari. Di ba tinawag ko kayo sa Malacanang lahat? Lahat ng mayors, pati governors, pardon me, hindi ako nagyayabang. Isa lang rin akong mayor. Trabahante lang ako ng gobyerno. But did I not warn you, sabi ko na, tangina yan. Hihiritan ko kayo. Huwag mo yun sabihin na mayor ka na you are free to do anything and even kill your own policeman just to have your way. Not in my time. Wag sa panahon ko, kasi sa panahon ko, ano man sabihin mo sa sinabi ko, maniwala ka o hindi, you better just follow. There's a book says, I do not ask permission. Maybe forgiveness. There's a book right now, I forgot the title. It says, I am not asking permission, but maybe forgiveness later. Hindi ako maghingi ng permiso sa iyo. So, kayong mga mayor barangay captain, that's the reason why, that was my objection. Congressman Belmonte is here. My objection really was, pag magtawag ka ng eleksyon ngayon, ang mananalo, ang pera, dirty money would get them elected. And we will have a problem. You will just add. Now, the elections are coming. There's a law, and if it cannot be stopped, then let's have an election. Ako, 6 years. Not a minute longer. At sinabi ko na yan sa military, pati sa police. Do not allow, including me, to overstay even for 1 minute. I may even allow to shorten my term. But hindi ko style. Hindi, ganun lang bunganga ako. You want to talk about integrity, honesty. Can't say anything about me, pero pag sinabi ko sa publiko, kayong walang honor, when I say something, I really do it. And honor it. Wala akong ambisyon. Alam niyo yung word kapoy? I'll allow you to sort it out. Kapoy ng trabaho.
Mayor, last na lang, Mayor. In
I
your
fly 7 hours and you are talking to me until morning time. Okay, last.
in your bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Modi, you discussed about combating illicit drug trafficking, sharing of intelligence, and countering terrorism such as urban terrorism. Can you expound more about these issues, President?
They are also facing problems, but not as intense as we're facing now. They understand the problem. Terrorism, human smuggling and all. So there are the things that ASEAN might come up with the format. Kasi ganito yan. We've been talking about economics. And leaders meet almost every year to talk about ASEAN and what is good. But it is geared towards more of the economic problems. Wala tayong platform sa Indonesia, Malaysia, so not Malaysia but Philippines. We're having problems with our economics and with a law and order in some places breakdown. So, sabi ko sa kanila, itong ASEAN dapat should have a different platform from the economics. Either we agree, I have talked to Najib, he was there, the Prime Minister, tapos nandun si Widodo, that we should have the platform. I was insistent about it even during the plenary, that we should have a platform ASEAN para ito lang. And kailangan mag-usap kaming apat pati king ng Brunei kung paano ito. I will allow troops of Indonesia and Malaysia to come in if they are pursuing a lead na and they would think that they are able. Just inform the armed forces about it. Or we can be of assistance, a joint. If it is joint operation, you bring along my soldiers because yan ang isang sabi ko. Hot pursuit in the seas. Sinabi ko pagka terorista, my advice to them is just blow them up. And that's my order to, my suggestion to the Navy. Blow them up. Kaya huwag kang magpa-hostage dyan, kaya baka kasali ka doon sa blowing up. Naubusan ako ng pasensya sa mga to. Just sink. Isang bala lang, isang malaking, and do not worry about, alam mo yung mga terorista dyan, ginusto nila yung buhay na yan. They know that it is very dangerous. Kayong mga sa Shabu, alam din nyo that there will, there's always the dog day for you. Call it the dog day. Malas na, I think it's an idiom or a cliche. What do you think, ma'am? It is? It's a dog day. Everybody is entitled to a dog day. Pag dumating yan, wala tayo magdrama-drama dito. Hinahanap din nyo yan. Hinasabi na nga pang ilan na ito. Hanggang mahulog na lang itong, sige ako salita niyan. Every time, I always remind them. Ang mabuti sa human rights is to go around. You know, if you're a decent human rights, is you sponsor seminars. Do not commit a crime as serious as drugs. Because the government has placed it in a category as war. Pati yung mga NPAs, I have raised them to the level and bigong mga terorista lang kayo. Terorista naman talaga kayo. Totoo lang. Huwag na tayong magbulahan. Huwag niyo gamitin yan yung rights. Kung maglumabang ka sa bukid, be prepared to die. Because my troops are pursuing you for only one purpose, to destroy you. So, lumabang ka ng husto. Huwag ka magpahuli tapos may human rights ka. Pag ka na naghumahawa ka ng baril, it's just it. I was criticized when holding a gun, shoot, human rights. Loko-loko pala kayo. It's war. It's just one trigger pull away. And that was snap out the life of my soldiers and policemen. Sabi ko, okay, magpauna. Unahan na nyo. Kaya nagkamali. Human rights ka, mag-usap tayo. Minsan nakakamali tayo. Mandaluyong incident was unfortunate. But I may reprimand him. I'm not ready to condemn him. Sabi ko nga, there's the Murphy's Law. Anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. a little bit reckless, I would say. But there was no intention of killing the people there. But one of the principles of criminal law is mistake of fact. It does not, it should not be a reason really to kill just because you believe it otherwise. Na hindi namin alam. You have to pay because you were there to, pero kung sabihin na intentional to hurt the innocent yun. Tsaka yung babae doong tinatransport nila, may butas na sa ulo yun. That's why there was this ambulance. There was a quarrel between, I think, Moro and there was a Rocos there. Binaril sa ulo. Kaya kinakarga yung babae. No? Hindi ko naman sabing patay na nung nangyari yun. Sinasabi ko lang, there was a serious person there with a bullet in her head.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you,
Lana?
members of the press.
Mia, ikaw. Mga taga-Malacanang takot magtanong. Kailan pa ba ako na ano, hindi ko nga makilala yung, wala na, babay na, kasi mag-uwi na sila.